bacon.
Greetings, my roly-poly little piggies. It's Reverse BLT. Welcome back to my channel. I am about to get into episode 4 of The Wheel of Time, which has a title that should be exciting to everyone, book readers and novices to this universe. Episode 4 is entitled The Dragon Reborn. I am super excited. I wasn't expecting us to get a reveal this quickly, and maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Maybe this is just going to be a lore drop about the dragon reborn and the prophecy and all that stuff, and not the actual revelation of the dragon's identity. I'm expecting when that happens that it will be the same as in the books, especially after a bunch of stuff that happened in episode 3 that was very subtle but clear to book fans as to the identity of the dragon not being changed. But yeah, I mean, last episode, a whole bunch of shit went down. Moiraine had to get assistance from the person least likely to want to assist her in the world, Nynaeve, but she's still clinging to life, barely. But Lan managed to find a group of Aes Sedai who look like they just captured Logain. And that brings me to something. I realized that I made a mistake in episode 1. I thought that the Red Sisters were hunting down Logain in the first episode, but it looks like it was actually just one of the other male channelers that they were hunting down at the time, who had may or may not have proclaimed that he was the dragon. Logain definitely has proclaimed himself to be the Dragon Reborn, though. So that's another possibility for this episode. It might just be about Logain, who knows. On top of that, we had Mat and Rand end up in a little village where they ran afoul of their first dark friend that they know about. Because I was when I was going back and re-editing the first 3 episodes, I noticed that well, let's just say it was kind of difficult to figure out what the heck Perrin's wife Layla was about to swing down her hammer on when he accidentally killed her. Looks a lot like she was about to swing it down on him. So I'm wondering if she was a dark friend, and that would be very interesting for the story going forward. And for Perrin's character development, if it turns out that his wife was a dark friend, and that because of what's going on now, that she finally revealed herself. That's neither here nor there. I just want to find out what the deal is with this awesomely titillating title. Let's just go ahead and get straight into it, guys. What do you say? Boom. No, Gildan looks pretty good.
You destroyed the gates! His army's everywhere!
Okay. So all of the wispy, wavy movements Moiraine was doing were definitely deliberate, and they were meant to make a contrast. Okay, show. I see you.
You really believe it, don't you?
Be done with it, Logain.
I sent word to
I
the
know
White Tower.
who that was.
Yes, I will come for you. Those women, they should be following me, not fighting me.
You don't need to convince this man of anything. He's beneath you. Kill him.
You would like that? You've got mad already.
Just like your parents.
Just like your sister. None of them understand who you are.
Okay, so this is just how they're showing the paint. He's quite skilled.
The last dragon broke the world. But I plan to bind it.
Well, that definitely demonstrated why Logain was able to gather as many forces as he did. He was quite popular, and they did a really good job of demonstrating how charismatic he was. I don't know if it's just because I'm wearing different headphones or if they're actually changing the theme with every episode, because this sounds different. The green Aja. Oh, I see. Okay, I'm starting to see a reason behind the choice to not try to achieve the ageless look of the Aes Sedai too. The red Aja, all the actresses have very severely sort of almost like drawn back faces. It's kind of hard to describe what I mean. It's almost like facelifts in a weird sort of way, where it seems like their faces are pulled back, but you can still see age on them. I don't really know how to describe what I'm trying to get at. But I noticed a similarity in the faces of all the Red Sisters. That took a lot.
You've held back armies. Healing one wound shouldn't have strained you.
It hasn't. He has.
You're still dropping that shoulder.
Katas!
It's too early to be so tired.
Why did he just touch his sword to the ground like that?
You know, I never really understood your taste in traveling companions. She's not a companion.
Oh wait, I just remembered one of the qualities of the sword that he carries. Doesn't really matter if he touches it to the ground.
The next ship is yours.
I love how
If she's
swords
not
in
careful,
movies always make a
she's bound to
sound
win
when
you
you
over.
swing them through the air, just like
I have nothing
a
but
sharp
respect
swinging noise.
for Marine Sedai.
Well, I'm sure your shifts together will pass quickly then.
Even if we had something in common, I'd never know it. It's hard having a conversation with someone who won't say anything.
Lan is just as bad when he wants to be. Can you imagine the dinners?
This is nice. It's nice to see the different ways that warders and Aes Sedai relationships work. Oh yeah, look at all that color. All right. I couldn't see it when we first got to them, but man, I'm loving it. The traveling people are garish as hell, and I am here for it.
You could have easily been blue, Aja.
Please. One water would never do.
I have a feeling I probably would end up being green if Aes Sedai could be men.
I thought it was so heroic.
I know the last one broke this world, and we can't let that happen again.
But what if the dragon is supposed to be there with us, but we've let the Reds gentle him?
Gotta stay on your guards all the time, ladies. What is that? It does not look tasty.
I like your braid. It's Nynaeve, isn't it?
Nynaeve,
Sorry if I'm
Nynaeve.
mispronouncing it. I can't quite
You're
place
doing
the accent.
you're doing that deliberately. It's Nynaeve.
That's because you haven't heard me speak.
You don't want to kill us. If you did, you'd draw that bow with your fingertips, not your fist. And if I wanted to kill you, I'd have kept my mouth shut just now.
Well done, Rand.
Never did like this thing much. What do you say, love?
Smart.
Plenty of space in the barn. Once the stables are mucked out.
Gotta work. Gotta work for it, guys. That's fair.
She chose the blue Aja. Which fits, really. They're nothing more than little spies who exaggerate their own importance.
The Reds are any different.
We protect the world from people who would misuse the one power. Even other Aes Sedai.
We usually don't pass this way, but there are soldiers on the roads down south.
A group this size should be able to defend itself.
That's a fascinating accent.
Have you seen any weapons here?
Soldiers.
We run if we can, endure if we cannot.
Cannot.
You let yourself be killed.
The leaf, in its time, falls to the dirt that nourishes the tree, that in its time grows the leaf again. Have you ever been in battle? Picked up a weapon, a sword, bow and arrow, an axe? Tell me, has your life been better or worse since you picked up that axe?
It was an interesting conflict in the book, like that philosophical conflict between defense and like radical non-violence. Like, just, we will not pick up a weapon to defend ourselves. I admired their conviction, but I definitely could not follow the way of the leaf.
I'm sorry. Mama sent me. Said to thank you and give you this for all your hard work.
Oh, aren't you just the cutest little thing in the world?
No,
Joe, do not hurt this cute little girl.
I'm sorry.
You can take Brigitte back for them. She protects me when everyone's asleep.
Brigitte!
I can't take your dog.
Oh, that's really
There's
cute.
many more. Brigitte's always wanted to see the world.
Maybe he caught something in Breen Spring.
And you another lad the same way. Owen.
Not really sure why that
nephew.
made me cry. Might be making me
Boy
think of
spent
my little
half
brother.
his
I don't know.
life getting into trouble, the other half getting out of it. Until he threw a rock. Without using his hands. Matt's got all the science lab.
Matt would tell me. He's not an idiot.
Neither was Owen.
This episode's doing a really good job with exposition. For the
What
most part.
happened to him?
The Aes Sedai found him. Once they tasted the power. If they cut off from it, it's no life anymore. They just slip away.
Like losing a part of
A few
yourself.
weeks after those women left, Owen was sitting at the dinner table. He yawned. And then he picked up a steak knife and slit his own throat like it was nothing at all.
You know a lot for a simple gleeman.
Nothing is more dangerous than a man who knows the past.
Knowledge is power. Littlefinger would like this guy.
And that was the end of Alan Mondragoran, tamer of horses.
Well, I bet that little spooning action right here is going to piss off some people.
Yeah, for shit horsemen. You know what Aes Sedai means in the old tongue? Servants of all. It is they who serve the world.
And what does that make you?
Proud.
I'm glad that they brought the meaning of Aes Sedai into the show. It's important to understand how they see themselves.
Especially that.
She is really pretty.
He's right. We're exhausted.
The three of them don't.
They want to.
Oh, feeling a bit tired myself.
Oh, yeah. He gets it.
I don't think the Dark One has any more idea who the dragon is than we do.
I don't know if that's terrifying or comforting.
Why not both?
We lost them. 20 years we hunted, and we lost them.
I lost them.
Your losses are mine. And mine yours.
I shouldn't have had a drink. You always get emotional when I drink.
That's right. The bond goes both ways. I like the Tuatha on.
In the last age, our people supposedly knew a song that brought harmony to the world.
It's just Kumbaya.
You don't believe it?
There's a lot I believe in.
I'm joking, guys.
Children believe in the song.
I don't want all the non-book readers thinking that this really is about Kumbaya.
There's only one way to end violence. Everybody, everywhere has to stop.
That's true.
It will take time.
As long as any one person chooses violence, violence will always be inevitable.
That's possible. You won't live to see this peace.
I don't do it for myself.
Well, then for who?
For everybody.
I had a daughter. When I found her, I could tell that they killed her for sport. I sat with her body for hours, just staring at the broken spear in her chest, trying to work up the courage to grab it and hunt down the beasts as they attempted her.
Why didn't you?
Broken spear.
Because I wanted revenge.
That doesn't sound like the way of the leaf.
Not everybody comes to pacifism easily, my friend.
What greater revenge against violence than peace? What greater revenge against death than life? The wheel will turn out my daughter's soul again. I do what I can to forge a better world for her then, where she can enjoy the life she should have had with me.
A really beautiful sentiment.
Who is he? The man that holds your heart.
Hope you guys noticed that was the same Milky Way. I say too much.
You lost him.
No. No, I'd know if I had.
I'm here. You know that, right? No matter what happens, I'm here.
Trying to be a good friend.
Grab him. Let's get out of here now.
I see you.
The Fade! Run!
Damn, Tom. Good job of showing the speed of the fades. Aww. Should at least take Birgitte with you. Pour one out for the homies.
Ayanda Nathan Sharia. Marathalayande Nesudin and Arariod. Efel of Yaje Zavila de Verambasa.
I didn't know you knew the old town.
I don't. It's the last thing my parents ever said to me when they hid me in the cellar during an attack on our village. I don't even know what the words mean.
Do you want to? It's what the last king of Manetheren said to his wife. Before the battle, they knew they'd lose. We shall go into the land, so our children can always hold us. And we'll never be alone.
You're not exactly what I thought you were. A land Mondragoran.
I'm already shipping you two. Uh-oh. I'm guessing it's either Loghain's army.
Looks like his army didn't run home to their mothers after all.
Or, could be the White Cloaks. The arrows?
No army can get past 7 full sisters.
Oh, shit. All right. Oh, I'm not sure this is a good idea, Moiraine.
As strong as you are, your power is a trickle. It's a pinprick of candlelight against the raging sun that will be the dragon reborn.
He is really strong. I'd say, dude, don't give up. You still have work to do. So imagine if Moiraine is right, guys. If he's truly just a fraction of the power of the real dragon. And he's this strong. Damn it. Damn it. Ah. You have to control your emotions in battle, for fuck's sakes.
No.
Like a radiant sun.
Live with me! No! Let the hand of the tower fall on you, Loghain Abla. And take back that which nature itself does not wish you to hold!
Wow. Even having her hair come out of the braid. Everybody lost a lot in this episode. That was, that was easily the best episode of this season. I have almost no quibbles. Action sequences were on point this time around. Channeling actually looked good. What do you think about that reveal there at the end with Nynaeve blasting out with that much of the one power. Do you think that that's a true confirmation that she's the Dragon Reborn? Or do you think that there could be others out there who are even more powerful than she is? Because she's obviously extremely powerful. But we still have Egwene, who we know is supposed to be very powerful. We haven't really seen her do anything yet. And there are 3 other people in their group who theoretically could also be the dragon. However, this episode was called The Dragon Reborn, and so it definitely leads you to believe that this was going to be the episode where they're going to tell you who it was. And going by that logic, looks like Nynaeve is. But I guess we'll see. I really loved seeing the relationship between the Warders and their Aes Sedai. And I love the fact that we got to really see a little bit of Logain, not just as a character who did amazing things and everyone was afraid of him, but we actually got a little into his head, you know, to see that he believes himself to be on the right side of history, you know, that he's trying to do good things. And that's always important for me. I love to see people's motivations, and I've never really been too much of a fan of the old trope of villains who are just in it for the evils. You know, real people don't think that way. Real people do what they do because they either think it's right or because they think that it's the thing that makes the most sense at the time that they are making the decision. And so a realistic character should reflect that. And I think they did actually a pretty good job with just this little bit we got to see of him, this one episode, of showing that Logain was that type of person. He has this power. He wants to make the world a better place. He's reasoned that because he's so strong that he must be the dragon, and that it's his job to try and, you know, right the mistakes of the previous incarnation. But it looks like he was wrong. Definitively proven wrong by the end of the episode. Regardless of whether Nynaeve is the dragon, if there's someone running around who's a more powerful channeler than you, and she's definitely way more powerful than him, then you can't be the dragon, can you? Let me know what you guys thought. Did you like getting these this extra insight? Do you agree with me that this was the strongest episode of the season? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, that episode sold me. The previous 3, I was, you know, there was definitely a trend of improvement. And I was like, yeah, you know, I'll keep watching to see where this goes. But that was the episode that made me a fan of this show. Hell, we got to see a gentling. I didn't expect to actually see one, especially not this early. But wow, I really liked it, as you could tell. And I got pretty emotional. For sometimes I'm not really sure why I got emotional. I think some things were just reminding me of things from my personal life, like the scenes with the Tuatha. Hey, let me know what you guys think of that too. The Way of the Leaf. Do you think you could be that kind of pacifist? I mean, I'm a pacifist, but I'll tell you right now, if you threaten me or especially people I love, I'm not going to be a pacifist at that moment. You know, I'm a pacifist in the sense that I try to find any other solution but violence. But I admit that, at least from my perspective, there are times when violence is necessary. The Tuatha go a step further. They believe that there's never a moment where you should respond with violence, no matter what. And like I said, I admire the conviction it takes to believe something like that and to really stick to it. But I just don't think that it's compatible with life. I wish it were. But anyway, before I start rambling some more, let me... Oh, no, I am going to ramble some more because we also have to talk about Matt. Do you think that he killed the family? Because I don't. I think it was meant to be a red herring, and I'm thinking that all of you will agree with me that he just sensed the Fade was there, something else that was dark, and it was the Fade that killed all those people. That's how I choose to see it, because, you know, I like Matt, and I don't want him to have done something that horrible. However, I do think that Rand will have doubts about whether he killed any of those people, and that might hurt their relationship, which is already obviously being strained. And man, our boy Tom Maryland was in there doing work. He was fighting, so they did a really good job of capturing that. This director was much better at action, and the Murderall or the Fades are incredibly fast. They're basically so fast that they almost like appear to be teleporting, you know what I mean? And I thought they handled that so well. I really got a feel for its supernatural speed. But Tom was holding his own pretty well. But here's the question. Do you guys think that a normal human being, even one who clearly could fight very well, could hold his own against what we were seeing? Like someone who can move that, or something that can move that quickly. Do you think we're going to see Tom Maryland again? I mean, I don't see how anybody survives that. What do you think? Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me for this much improved episode 4 of The Wheel of Time. I'm really looking forward to seeing where we go from here, finding out the answers to all these questions this episode raised. And I hope you guys stay safe and well, and join me for the next one. Bye-bye.